So, YouTube is making it twice as hard for new creators to get monetized. Starting February 1st, 2027, instead of needing 4,000 qualified watch hours in the last 12 months, new creators will now need 8,000. And if you're trying to get monetized through shorts, the requirement is now going from 10 million views in 90 days to 20 million. 20 million views. And as someone with a small channel, obviously my first reaction was, well, that sucks, because getting 4,000 watch hours is already not exactly easy when you're a small creator. If you average, let's say, 500 views on a video, with 5 minutes of average watch time, that's only around 42 watch hours. You need roughly 96 videos performing like that just to reach 4,000 hours. So yeah, for smaller channels, this is a pretty massive change. But I understand why YouTube might be doing this. YouTube today is completely different from what it was even a few years ago. There is an insane amount of content being uploaded, and now with AI you can basically automate an entire YouTube channel. You can generate a script, a voice, a video, you can make a thumbnail and upload the whole thing without really creating much of editing yourself. I don't think the AI is necessarily the problem. The problem is when the strategy becomes generate as much stuff as possible, upload as much as possible, and hope something gets views. I mean, you've seen those channels, the weird AI stories or fake movie trailers, AI voices reading Reddit posts over random footage. They upload 10 nearly identical videos every single day, and YouTube clearly knows this is a big problem. Even their CEO started talking about AI slop this year and said YouTube is working to reduce the spread of low quality videos and repetitive AI content. So I understand wanting a higher barrier before YouTube starts sharing ad revenue with a channel. You probably don't want someone figuring out an automated channel formula, getting one viral video and immediately turning it into a money printer. But here's where I have a problem with it, because an AI content farm can just make more content. That's kind of the entire point. If 4,000 hours isn't enough anymore, they don't necessarily have to make better videos. They can just make more videos. Meanwhile, someone making videos by themselves might spend days or even weeks working on one upload, whether it's writing, recording, editing, making a thumbnail, and that person now has to generate twice as much watch time before they can make anything from ads. That's the part that feels backwards to me. If the problem is low quality and mass-produced content, I'd rather see YouTube get better at identifying and demonetizing that content specifically. And to be fair to YouTube, they're already trying to do that. They've been improving AI disclosures, introducing more AI detection, and they've said that they're strengthening systems that already deal with spam, clickbait, and repetitive content. So they are clearly aware of the problem. I just don't know if doubling the monetization requirement is the best solution, because watch time doesn't necessarily equal quality. A terrible channel can get 8,000 watch hours. An amazing small channel can struggle to get 4,000. Making the monetization harder can actually create the exact opposite of what, well, YouTube wants. If you're a new creator and monetization suddenly feels twice as far away, what are you going to be tempted to do? Spend 2 weeks making one really good video, or find a way to upload 5 videos a week? Obviously, not everyone is going to start making AI slop content because of this, but when platforms reward volume and make the finish line harder to reach, people naturally start looking for shortcuts. And AI is currently the biggest shortcut available. Personally, that's not something I want to do. I'd rather have a small channel that takes longer to grow than pump out a bunch of videos I don't even care about just because I want to reach a monetization number. Because if the entire reason you're making videos becomes reaching 8,000 hours as quickly as possible, I feel like you already lost the fun part of YouTube. So is this change terrible? I don't think it's that simple. I understand YouTube wanting creators to prove that they can actually build a consistent audience before they start earning ad revenue, and with the amount of low effort content being uploaded now, having some kind of a barrier makes sense. There's more content being uploaded than ever. AI is making it incredibly easy to mass produce videos, and YouTube obviously can't monetize everything that gets thrown onto their platform. I just don't think doubling the requirement really solves that problem, because if somebody is already willing to pump out 20 low effort videos, this change is probably not going to stop them. The people who will really feel the difference are small creators, who might spend days making a single video and are already struggling to get noticed. I'd much rather YouTube see go harder on the repetitive, mass-produced content itself, instead of just putting a bigger number in front of every new creator. And I'm saying that as someone with a small channel who obviously would benefit from requirements staying lower. I get why the barrier exists. I just think YouTube should be asking whether a channel is actually bringing something worthwhile to the platform, and not simply whether it manages to generate 8,000 hours of watch time. But I'm curious what you think. Is 8,000 watch hours a fair requirement in 2027, or is YouTube making it harder for the wrong people? Let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.